thank you, Dr. Tiki, so much for joining me today.
So I'm Tiki Thakur. I'm a chief researcher for secure systems here in Abu Dhabi. TII has been around since end of 2019. We're a very young organization, but very agile and nimble and pretty aggressive in the growth. Just to give you some perspective, we started with about 5 people in my organization. We're at about 140, 3 years later. Yeah, and the organization is over 800 people now at Abu Dhabi.
Wow, that's like absolutely impressive growth, and it sounds like for a young organization, you're getting a lot of traction. So where does RISC-V fit into that strategy?
So one of the key things we've done here is to really want to build on the shoulders of the open source community. So we have about 10 organizations we are kind of part of now, including RISC-V. And the idea for us in our research is centered around essentially the security and resilience of autonomous systems. And the idea is, if you take this autonomous system, the vulnerabilities is significantly higher because you've got a big exposure to the surface. That's you have edge devices, you have connectivity, you have gateway devices, you have the devices in the cloud. And so the idea was, how do we approach security of those devices? And we have taken this approach we call zero trust. Never trust, always verify. And so each of the components we are building, we want to have end-to-end security, and we want to have security from ground up. So where does RISC-V come in? For us, RISC-V comes in into the edge devices that we're building. So our first system is autonomous systems of autonomous drones. So we call a swarm of drones. And the autonomous system, instead of a pilot, manages, as a swarm as such. We decided to take a comprehensive approach and said, well, let's use RISC-V and build security into that thing and work with the community to build that, ecosystem that uses that security. And the billion eyes will only improve the things. The more people look at security mechanisms and make sure that they are good is great stuff for everyone.
Yeah. No,
right?
Absolutely agree with you. I mean, RISC-V is really being seen as a foundation building block for security, because that's where it starts, right? And that's where it all begins. So just to wrap us up, where do you see the future headed for TII and the Secure Systems Research Center? What are we going to be expecting next?
So we've already built a test chip, and it's already in fabrication with RISC-V. We're working with Khalifa University here locally, as well as University of Bologna and Modena in Italy. And we built the first chip. It's called Shaheen, which is white fighting falcon in the Arabic. And the next chip which we are building is called Al-Sakr, which is the falcon. And that's going to be taping out. So the test chip is to make sure that the main chip works. So we are going to build these 2 research chips, and we're looking at fabricating a commercial version of it as well now.
That's absolutely tremendous. Well, we can't wait to go on this journey with you, and thank you for collaborating in the RISC-V community.